Oh, thank you for those. I'll have to turn it. It's supposed to be the disposable ones. Hello, ladies. How are you? Enjoying the celebrate?
Normally I'm not here. Bring her out. That's all right.
To share each other's lives and to build their dreams together, to support each other through times of trouble and rejoice together in times of happiness, to treat each other with respect and love through all of the trials and the triumphs of their lives. This spark grew from friendship, which began as a simple desire to be together, and the better they came to know one another, the more aware they were that they had a very special feeling for each other. They find fulfillment in the sharing of their dreams and their disappointments. They've discovered more about themselves through each other, and they feel a special comfort in each other's strength. They understand that in adversity they can rely on each other for support. We have all been invited here to celebrate the fulfillment of their dreams, that is to love and be loved, to give and receive, and to live as part of another person. Therefore, you are now called upon to witness their commitment to each other. Today is the beginning of a new chapter in their lives as Sean and Natalia become husband and wife. Who has the pleasure of presenting this beautiful bride in marriage to this dashing groom? You do that? Good. Natalia and Sean, as you hold each other's hands on your wedding day, remember what they mean to you. These are the hands of your best friend, and these are the hands that, when held together, symbolise the lifelong bond that you're now creating. When Natalia and Sean came to see me to arrange their wedding ceremony, I was very impressed with the happy and the loving way that decisions were reached. So I asked them a few questions about themselves, and I'd now like to share these insights with you. Natalia and Sean were born in two different countries, far apart by distance, but they share similar values and ideals. They've known each other since they were very small children, living close to each other in the same street. One of their lasting memories of that time is that Natalia's dog did not like Sean. They went to the same kindergarten and primary school, and during that time were usually in the same class. Even Natalia's first detention was shared by Sean, as they both got pink slips on the same day. After completing high school, they always kept in contact with each other, and around 5 years ago they started going out together. They share many common interests, including going to the movies, garden shows, museums and bushwalking, and they both enjoy their jobs. Natalia and Sean discussed marriage, decided that it was a good idea. So after they'd chosen and bought the ring, Sean did the right thing and asked Natalia's father for his approval. Thankfully this was granted, and so the next day Sean very romantically got down on bended knee and proposed. Jokingly, Natalia said no. But when Sean's face dropped, Natalia said, "Of course, you idiot." I asked Natalia what she likes about Sean, and she replied, "He has a quirky personality and he's always fun and he knows how to take a joke." They often laugh about Sean's very fair skin and his inability to tan. Thus, the choice of a nice grey suit today. Sean is very affectionate and caring, and he makes Natalia happy. Sean told me that he likes Natalia being short. She's very kind and loving, and she has a big heart. He enjoys being around her, as she has the ability to make him feel like a better person. He admires the way Natalia is very creative and artistic, and she does great animation. They get on very well together, and she makes him happy too. In the future, they look forward to living together and getting a home of their own and having a family. They'd like to do some more travel and camping, and they look forward to a long and happy life together. Natalia and Sean are truly best friends, and they love each other. So what better foundation could you find for a marriage? They know in their hearts that it is the love and the friendship they share that will form a basis for a strong and happy marriage. Natalia and Sean, once in a lifetime you discover someone who loves you for who you are and not for who you could be. And once in a lifetime, if you're very lucky, you find someone as you have found each other. Natalia and Sean, you are about to make special promises to one another. Today these vows are beautiful words representing good intentions. So remember this special day and all of the hopes attached to it, as it's a public recognition of what already exists in the silent places of your hearts. It is your marriage, yours to make real and yours to live, because the future is yours. I am duly authorised by law to solemnise marriages according to law. Before you are joined together in marriage in my presence and in the presence of these witnesses, I am to remind you of the solemn and the binding nature of the relationship into which you are about to enter. Marriage, according to the law in Australia, is the union of a man and a woman to the exclusion of all others, voluntarily entered into for life. Natalia and Sean, today is a day that you always remember. It's one of the greatest in anyone's life. You started off the day just two people in love, but you'll end it as husband and wife. Natalia and Sean, will you give yourselves to one another completely? Will you be generous in your giving and put no conditions on those gifts? Will you love one another constantly and fully? And will you be honest with each other? Will you be thankful for each other's love? Will you respect each other in every way? And will you be patient with each other's weaknesses, accepting each other for what you are and not what you want each other to be? Natalia, will you always do your best to be a loving wife, sharing all of the responsibilities, the challenges and the joys that your marriage brings? Sean, will you always do your best to be a loving husband, sharing all of the responsibilities, the challenges and the joys that your marriage brings? As an expression now that your hearts are joined together in love, would you please further your commitment to each other with your wedding vows? You are about to say a few special words to each other, and after these vows, you will say to the world, "This is my husband, and this is my wife." Today I marry my best friend, the one I have laughed with and cried with, the one I have learned from and shared with, the one I have chosen to support, encourage and give myself to, through all the days given us to share. Today I marry the one I love. I ask the people here present to witness that I, Natalia Maria Mustishin, take you, Sean Evan O'Keefe, to be my lawful wedded husband. I ask the people here present to witness that I, Sean Evan O'Keefe, take you, Natalia Maria Mustishin, to be my lawful wedded wife. I will take you in my arms when you need to be held. I will listen when you need to talk. I will laugh with you in times of joy and comfort you in times of sadness. I will love you for who you are and help you to become all that you can do. Natalia and Sean will now exchange wedding rings as a symbol of their love. And Aaron, would you please present the wedding rings? These rings are a symbol of the unbroken circle of love. Love, when it's freely given, has no beginning and no end. May these rings remind you always of your love and of the vows you've made here today. May these rings be blessed so that she who gives and receives it, and he who gives and receives it, may abide in peace and continue in love. Sean, I give you this ring in remembrance of this day as a symbol of our life. By wearing this ring, the world will know that I am yours forever. Natalia, I give you this ring as a symbol of our love that is complete and endless. It represents a commitment that I will always love you, that I will respect and care for you forever. These rings mark the beginning of a new journey together, filled with wonder, surprises, laughter, tears and joy. Your two lives are now joined in one unbroken circle. Sean and Natalia, you have expressed your love for each other and celebrated your marriage by making vows and giving each other wedding rings. It is with great happiness that I now pronounce you to be husband and wife, and it's time to seal your love for each other with a kiss. And I would now like to invite the loving mothers of the bride and groom, Deborah and Margaret, to please come forward and join us. Thank you, ladies. The mothers look a little bit surprised, and that's because they are. Throughout history, the rose has always been considered to be a symbol of love. But in human relationships, there are many forms of love, and one of the most enduring is the love that a mother always has for her child. So on this very special day in their lives, Natalia and Sean would like to acknowledge the love and the care their two mothers have always given them by presenting them with a rose. Present the rose. And now, family and friends, we're just going to take a few moments to sign the legal documents, and when we've completed that, we'll come back to the same position, and then I'll formally introduce you to our newly married couple. Thank you very much, everyone.
What would I do without your smart mouth? Drawing me in and you kicking me out. You got my head spinning, no kidding. I can't pin you down. What's going on in that beautiful mind? I'm on your magical mystery ride, and I'm so dizzy, don't know what hit me, but I'll be alright. My head's underwater, but I'm breathing fine. You're crazy and I'm out of my mind, 'cause all of me loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me, and you give me all of you. Oh, how many times do I have to tell you? Even when you're crying, you're beautiful too. The world is beating you down. I'm around through every mood. You're my downfall.
I don't exist. Pretend I'm not here.
Of me, and you give me all of you. Oh, how many times do I have to tell you? Even when you're crying, you're beautiful too. The world is beating.
Smile often, and may your home be a place of happiness for all who enter in it, a place for growing and a place for sharing, and in time a place for children's laughter, love and joy. And I'd now like to take this opportunity on my behalf and on behalf of all of your guests to wish you both a very happy and fulfilling life together as husband and wife. And now, family and friends, I'd like to introduce you for the very first time to Mr. and Mrs. O'Keefe.
Loves all of you. Love your curves and all your edges, all your perfect imperfections. Give your all to me, I'll give my all to you. You're my end and my beginning. Even when I lose, I'm winning. 'Cause I give you all of me, and you give me all